Hello, everyone. Welcome back to the Caramel Sportscast. I am your host, Steven Avalos, alongside my dad.
Hello.
And today we're going to go over the entire NFL. So last week we talked about the Raiders and how we think they'll do. Did a bit of a breakdown on their whole roster and such and their schedule. So now we'll do one for the whole NFL, all the divisions and all that. They'll all be a simplified version. We're not going to go over each one's roster and schedule, but we will predict how we think each one will do in their division and perhaps in the playoffs as well. But first off, though, we are going to start off with talking about baseball.
Very quickly.
So really nothing has changed, especially with the NL West. The Giants are still going on a complete tear, and yet only one game difference still this whole time.
Won their 90th game today.
Yeah, against the Colorado Rockies. It's actually the first time a team has swept Colorado in Colorado this whole year.
Considering how bad Colorado has played this year, for them not to get swept at home, pretty good accomplishment.
Yeah. Wintercott, though, you're still...
They ran into a buzzsaw.
Yeah, still not a good team, though, but give them some credit.
Yeah.
But with the A's, they continued to dip down in standings. We talked about how they were playing better, but that right after we recorded that, it absolutely tanked in Toronto. They were just... It was really frustrating. The hitting was... Most of the part was pretty good. They kept them in most games and actually gave them really good leads. And then the bullpen just completely tanked.
Their pitching has been god-awful. While they are 4-6 in their last 10, it seems much worse than that.
Yeah. It pretty embarrassing. And they also lost to the Chicago White Sox, only scored one run. I believe it was like 4-1, 5-1, something like that. But 6-3, that was the final score. And it was just still pretty embarrassing. The 2 runs came in like the 8th or 9th inning.
Yeah, pretty sad.
Yeah. And we already mentioned the Giants. They're still playing that the way they are, and their lead is still very slim, though. So, just more signs that it's going to be a exciting September and beginning of October.
Yeah, there's basically only 2 divisions in baseball that are even close, and that's the Atlanta Braves and Philadelphia Phillies.
In the NL East.
And the Giants and the Dodgers are separated by 1 game, and the Houston Astros are leading Seattle by 5.5 games. Everything else is pretty much a blowout.
Yeah. It's like very wishful thinking here. Like if the A's don't make it, it'd be nice if the Mariners somehow took over the AL West.
But let's click our heels together and wish.
Yeah, so of course I prefer the
Dorothy
A's.
did it, and it worked.
I prefer if the A's made it themselves, but even wild card feels like such a long shot at this point.
Yeah, it does.
But that's all we got for baseball. That's pretty much all we also want to say too. It's just so gloomy right now with how the A's are doing.
Yeah, but we have football coming up.
Yes, very excited for that. The season starts tomorrow. Tampa Bay versus Dallas in Tampa Bay, pretty sure. But first off, though, we will go over each division. So if you don't mind if I hand over the mic to you to talk about each team here.
Well, let's go over the NFC West. You have the Niners, Seahawks, Rams, and Arizona. You want to guess what order they're going to come in?
I'd say Arizona would still be last. It's a really hard division to pick. And any of those teams honestly could be last, but I have to go with Arizona being last. Then, the other 3 teams, all of them could easily win the division. They're all really good. Seattle, Rams, and Niners. I'd go, I think, Seattle third, Niners second, and then Rams first.
Wow.
I really like what the Rams have with Matthew Stafford.
I am going Arizona last, just as like you did, but I am picking Rams second, Seattle third, and in a very surprise pick by me, the Niners first.
All right. Anything else you want to say about that division, or are we just going on to the next one?
Going to the next division, we got the NFC South. We got Tampa Bay, Saints, Atlanta, and Carolina.
Excuse the car going by, but for this one here, I have Tampa Bay going first. I just want to get that one out of the way. Saints second, I would say Atlanta third and Carolina fourth. Although, I think those two are really close together though. Atlanta and Carolina.
And you like Carolina third?
No, I said Atlanta third.
Okay.
Carolina fourth. I don't know. That's a really tough one for me, but I just think I really like their offense every year. Their defense is always questionable. Then Panthers always have some like form of promise. You know, they had some promising moments last year, but I just still don't think it's going to carry over.
I, on the other hand, have Tampa Bay going first, the Saints third, Atlanta fourth, and Carolina second.
Carolina second.
I got Carolina going second just because they're getting back from Kaepernick, and he was big for them.
So you expect the Saints to have a big dip then?
Yes.
Interesting. No, it's not too bad of a pick, but because like I said, Carolina does have promise, but I'm just not sold. Like if it's like probably mid-season, I'll probably have a better idea, but right now, no. Next one.
NFC East, we have the Giants, we have the Washington team, we have the Eagles, and Cowboys.
So just from looking at what you wrote down, I actually have the same one as you. So I have Cowboys first, Washington football team second, Giants third, and Eagles fourth.
Yeah.
Eagles could overtake the Giants, but I don't know why. Just something about the Eagles just doesn't seem right. I like their quarterback. I like some of their offensive weapons. Defense has way too many question marks, and I don't know about their O-line.
And I'm going with the same picks as you.
Yep.
Which is a rarity. I rarely agree with you.
Are there any reasons why you have your picks?
None.
Okay. Next one.
We have the NFC North. We have the Packers, Vikings, Lions, and Bears.
Oh my! So.
Oh my.
I still have Green Bay going first here. I think I could have Minnesota go second, Bears third, and then Lions definitely last.
So 1, 2, 3, 4 in that order.
I just have a decent feeling about the Vikings this year, and the Bears O-line just seems way too concerning.
I am going the Green Bay Packers at 1. Pretty much, I'm going to go the same as you this time as well. I don't think the Bears have shot at anything.
Especially if they're going to play Dalton as much as they plan to, because he will be the week 1 starter, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, and he's not the Patrick Swayze Dalton we're hoping for. So.
Okay, don't know what you're talking about. I know who Patrick Swayze is, but we'll go there. We'll go from there.
Okay. Check out your movies. We have the AFC West. We have Denver Broncos, Las Vegas Raiders, Kansas City Chiefs, and Chargers.
I'm gonna have the Chiefs are easily gonna be first. There's no doubt in my mind. The Raiders second, Chargers third, and then Broncos fourth. It's like what you call it. The way the gaps are here is from first to second is big, but second, third, and fourth they are all like a game or two apart. I feel.
Okay, have you been looking at my picks? Because I picked the same thing.
You want to have any reasons for it?
No.
Okay.
You know, this is the beginning of the year. I think it's even with our picks this week, at least as far as I'm concerned. I don't like picking on the first week because you never know what's going to happen. The true team will show up as the weeks go by.
Yeah.
So the first week is kind of a crapshoot. AFC South, we have Tennessee Titans, Houston Texans, Jacksonville Jags, and Indianapolis Colts.
I have the Titans still winning the division here. I believe it's the second or third time in a row they'll get it if they do. I don't remember. But Colts second, then the Jaguars third, and Texans fourth. If Watson plays at all, then I'd have Texans going third, but I don't even know what that actually. No, I'll stick with what I have.
And I'm going Titans first, Jacksonville Jags second, Indianapolis Colts third, and the Texans fourth.
And on to the next division.
AFC East, we got the Patriots, Jets, Dolphins, and Bills.
All right, this one here, I still got the Bills winning the division here. What you got? I like what the Patriots and Dolphins can do, but I really do like the Bills on this one. Then I go Miami second, Patriots third, and then I got the Jets going fourth.
I have the Bills coming first, Patriots second, Miami Dolphins third, and the Jets fourth.
Good one there. I could see the AFC East having 3 playoff teams just because I really like the Dolphins and Patriots as well. Patriots not so much, but they could still be a pretty good team as long as Belichick is coaching them. And I like what Mac Jones has shown, at least in his preseason time. He really looked like he was in control. And that's what you want to see out of a rookie, just that control. And now, last but not least, the AFC North.
Yes. I got the this is going to be a shocker, but I'm going the Browns first, Bengals second, Baltimore third, and Pittsburgh fourth.
Wow. So I got Cincinnati going fourth here, Pittsburgh third, Baltimore second, Cleveland first. I think Cleveland wins the division here. Baltimore has suffered some injuries before the season has started, and I don't know if it's going to completely derail them, but just something like that I think can give the Browns an edge over them. If they didn't have the injuries that they had a few weeks ago, then I'd probably have Baltimore winning the division.
But they always have Jackson.
Yeah.
And if they can get by those games without their key players, Jackson can almost carry the team on his own, but we'll see.
Yeah. But now we are going to go over our picks. Is that right?
Yeah.
And we're also going to be doing over-unders. First time that we'll be doing that this year. I didn't do it before just because I was already so focused on spreads and I didn't.
So focused. Steven is one of the most focused guys.
But I don't know. Just something about over-unders didn't really interest me before. But this year I really want to try it out now. And hopefully it's something that sticks around. So first off, we got tomorrow's game, the season opener, Dallas and Tampa Bay. It is Tampa Bay is an 8-point favorite, and the over/under is 51.5. So, is there anything that you want to say about it first?
I think it's going to go under myself.
I have over with this one here, not by a lot, but I have over. I'm going Tampa Bay all the way. Dallas won't have I believe one of their starting tackles, Zach Martin, and I think just already with how the defensive line is for Tampa Bay, that's going to give Dak Prescott and Ezekiel Elliott so much trouble in both sides of the game there. And they also got a really good offense as well. And Dallas, they made some improvements, but week one they're not going to become great at an instant. So I have Tampa Bay all the way, and I have the game going over the 51.5 point mark.
Well, I'm going to go with Dallas covering, and I already picked the under.
But you have Tampa Bay winning, though?
Yes.
Okay, just wanted to make sure on that. It's going to be really fun, though. Compared to other ones, I think this one can actually at least be a high-scoring game, even if the margin is still a bit off as how season openers usually are. It won't be like 20-10 or something like that. I remember one season opener, I believe it was for 2018, Patriots won against the Steelers 33-3.
Yeah.
At least 2019 season, I think it was. It was just so boring to watch. It's like, yay, football. And just so sad. Next up, we got the Pittsburgh Steelers going against the Buffalo Bills in Buffalo. The Bills are a 6.5 point favorite, and the over-under is 48.5. Pittsburgh Steelers, they still look like they can have a pretty good offense. Like all the weapons they have with, they got a good trio with Deontay Johnson, Juju Smith-Schuster, and Chase Claypool. Eric Ebron is a sleeper tight end. And then Najee Harris, their first or second round pick. I don't remember what he was drafted, but he looks like he could be a really good running back for the future. And then you got Ben Roethlisberger, and I just never feel
Old man Ben.
Yeah, he could still be kind of accurate, but it's just his arm strength isn't always there. It's inconsistent.
He has lost weight.
Yeah, he has worked out a bit this in the off season, so there's some optimism there. But I'm still gonna have to go with the Bills winning and covering on this one here.
Which I as far as Ben Roethlisberger goes, it amazed me, these professional athletes, how could they get so out of shape? He was looking awful, yet he still wants the big money. If you're a professional athlete, you got to keep yourself in tip-top form.
Yeah. But
how old is he now?
Oh, he's upper 30s, I gotta say.
Okay.
I gotta assume that he's always looked old. Even when he was a rookie, he looked old.
I like Buffalo.
Yeah. It's still going against a really good defense on Pittsburgh, but I just like Buffalo so much more. And, Josh Allen, he's a great quarterback. Still good, a great set of weapons. Stephon Diggs. You got Emmanuel Sanders now. And whether you love him or hate him with his COVID perceptions, Cole Beasley. But you still,
he's efficient.
Yeah. I still have them winning and covering and the game going over 48.5.
I have them going over as well. Next we have the Jets. Over under 44.5, and the Panthers, who are favored by 5.
I got Carolina winning this one here. I could see this being a low-scoring game just because both quarterbacks are still pretty young and don't have the most experience. So, I feel like there's going to be plenty of mistakes made on both sides. Both defenses can be okay, and so I'm going up with the under there. But Carolina should win and cover. It'll be close, but they'll just get over what they need.
I'm going with the Panthers as well to cover, to win, and I'm going over.
All right, next up we got the Jacksonville Jaguars against the Houston Texans. Texans are a 3-point underdog, and I just think this should be an easy one to pick. Jacksonville, we like what we see from Trevor Lawrence. He's got good weapons. His O-line is the one big problem, though. O-lines can kill anyone, and they could easily threaten his career. But it's the Houston Texans we're talking about here. They were barely able to win even when they had Deshaun Watson, and they're not even going to have him possibly for the whole season. He might be listed as inactive in every game. I don't understand this whole situation completely. It's just really baffling. But their defense doesn't really have anything special, so I don't see any threat to Trevor Lawrence in this game. So they'll easily win. But I have them going under just because I don't think Houston will be capable of scoring enough points. They might get a decent running game going, but that's it.
I got the Jags winning as well and covering, and I have it going under as well.
Next up, we got the Seattle Seahawks against the Indianapolis Colts in Indianapolis. Seahawks are a 2.5-point favorite, and the over-under is 50 points. I got Seahawks winning this one. The Colts have had to deal with some COVID issues before the season started and some minor injuries. And it seems like things are setting up well enough to be ready for week 1. But I just think with preparation, Seattle will be more ready. And I have them winning, covering, and this game should have a decent amount of scoring, so I'm going over.
I am going with another underdog. I'm going with the Colts and going under.
Nothing wrong with going with the underdog. There's always some wild ones.
It's first week. I'm like I said, it's a crapshoot. So
Jacksonville only won one game all year, and that last season it was week 1. It was between the Colts and the Jaguars, and Jaguars won that game. They were 8-point underdogs, and they somehow won. And that was the only game they won all year, and now they have Trevor Lawrence for it. But next up, we got the Arizona Cardinals going against the Tennessee Titans. Titans are a 3-point favorite. The over-under is 52. I really like how this game can go for either offense. Both of their defenses don't have a whole lot that really catches your eye besides Arizona recently acquiring J.J. Watt. That's still not enough in my opinion. So I think a high-scoring game, Tennessee will come out on top, and they will cover.
I got Cardinals winning. I think Kyler Murray is going to carry the Cardinals to a victory, and I also have them going over.
Next up, we got the San Francisco 49ers against the Detroit Lions. San Francisco is favored by 7.5 points, and the over-under is 45. I have this one going under. I just want to say that now. I think Niners are going to kill them here. It's going to be a complete blowout. The only thing, though, is how much will they blow them out by? Are they going to, not take their gas off the pedal? Or are they just going to, calm down after they get a really good lead, like a 20-point lead or so? I don't see Detroit really scoring much. They'll get some decent yardage with T.J. Hawkinson and some stuff to DeAndre Swift. They'll get their plays, but just nothing else really says that they're going to score. So I have this one going under, and the Niners still covering.
Yeah, I have the Niners covering as well and going under.
All right, next up we got the Chargers against the Washington football team in Washington. Chargers are a 1-point favorite. Over under is 44.5. I have Washington winning this one. I really like their defense. Both teams can have really good defenses here, but with the Chargers undergoing a coaching change at defensive coordinator, and also just in general, I just think the first game they'll have some mistakes and all that. It shouldn't derail any hopes they have, but I just don't think they'll win this one here. And plus, you got Fitzpatrick against them. He's always gonna have. He's just so unpredictable, and I think he's gonna have some crazy numbers that are like Fitzpatrick.
I think their defense is gonna control this game. I have them winning once again. Another underdog, and it's going under.
I also have under 2. I didn't state that, but yeah, under. It's gonna be a low-scoring game. Then the Atlanta Falcons will be hosting Philadelphia. Falcons are a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is 48. I have Atlanta winning this one and covering. You could easily have Philadelphia covering as well. I could even say that it could be a push. I think 3 points is actually a really good call.
But will you?
No.
Okay.
I will never call a push because that is just so unpredictable. But I also have this one going over. Neither of them have good defenses, but I think Atlanta's will come up clutch in the end, or not in the end, but they'll have something going at some point in the game compared to Philadelphia. But other than that, it'll be high scoring, so it'll go over. Atlanta covers.
And I got Philadelphia covering, winning and covering because they are the underdog, and I got it going under. I think no one's going to know what to do with the ball.
Okay. You got the Minnesota Vikings going against the Cincinnati Bengals in Cincinnati. Minnesota is a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is 47.5. I have Minnesota winning this one and covering. It will be going over. I think both these teams can score a decent amount, but there's just not enough that will help Burrow out, especially with the offensive line. They still haven't made enough change to really tell me that they can fully protect him. So I have Vikings winning it.
And I'm going opposite of you, going with Cincinnati because Burrow's got another year under his belt, and I got them winning with going over as well.
All right. Next up, the Miami Dolphins against the New England Patriots in New England. The Patriots are a 3-point favorite, and the over-under is 43.5. I have Miami winning this one. I just think they can give some trouble to Mac Jones. Even though he did have a really good preseason, I just think going against a defense like Miami's, Tua's going to have to show that he can grow. And plus, you got a lot of guys making their returns in the regular season because, so many people opted out last season for the Patriots. So I just think things like that are going to make a big difference. And Miami will win this one and cover, and it's going to go over.
I'm also shocking the world by picking Miami, and I have it going under.
Next up, the Green Bay Packers against the New Orleans Saints in New Orleans. Green Bay is a 4-point favorite, and the over-under is 50. I think this could be a really entertaining game here. You got Aaron Rodgers undergoing his first game with his so-called last dance. And then you got New Orleans having a new quarterback for a long time. Starting the season with a new quarterback after so long having Drew Brees. They're going to have Jameis Winston. I think it's going to be really entertaining, but Green Bay will come out on top and cover along with this game hitting the over.
I have the exact same pick.
Then you got the Cleveland Browns going against the Kansas City Chiefs. Chiefs are hosting and are 6-point favorites, and the over-under is 54.5. I was really close to calling this one an under just because, I don't know, just because it's in Kansas City. That could lower some things for either one of those teams, mainly Cleveland. But because they have such a good running game, they have a great offensive line. They got a great duo with Nick Chubb and Kareem Hunt. I think that could really help them out. I don't think it's going to be enough for them to win against Kansas City, but I think they can cover. So I'll have that, and it'll be going over.
I have the exact same thing.
All right.
Now, did KC improve their defense at all?
Not a lot, but they kept it nearly the same.
Intact, basically?
Yeah.
Okay.
But they did beef up their offensive line a bit. So then you got the Denver Broncos going against the New York Giants. Denver is a 3-point favorite. Over-under is 42, and I have this one going under. This is the lowest over-under this week. But I still am going to go with the under here. I just don't think neither of these teams are going to score a whole lot, but Denver will come out on top with Bridgewater being a better quarterback than Daniel Jones. They both have really good defenses, but I just prefer what Denver has here. Although, and Barkley also, I don't think he's fully prepared. He will play, but he won't be 100%. Then we got the Chicago.
So you're just skipping my picks? Is that what you're doing?
Oh, my bad. Go ahead then.
Okay. I'm going the same thing.
Oh, okay then. I got the.
No, actually, I am picking the Giants.
Okay. And also under?
Also under.
All right. Chicago Bears going against the Los Angeles Rams. Rams are a 7.5-point favorite at home. Over under is 46.5. I got Rams winning this one and covering, and this game actually going under as well. I just don't think Chicago's going to be able to score a lot, especially with Andy Dalton starting. He's not very immobile, especially compared to Justin Fields, who they should be playing, and their offensive line isn't good either. So I could just see him having a really bad time, especially with Aaron Donald on the other side. He's just going to be a wrecking crew.
I have Rams winning and covering, and I got it going over.
All right. Last but certainly not least, we got the Baltimore Ravens going against the Las Vegas Raiders. Over under is 50.5. And I have the Baltimore Ravens winning this one, but I have the Raiders covering and going over. Just because I don't know why, but the number's 28-24 is really sticking with me. And with that would mean the Raiders cover. I can see this one being a decent shootout. A lot of it really depends on how the Raiders' offensive line does. If they crack, then I can see this easily being under and Raiders not covering. But I think they can hold up enough, just enough.
I got the Raiders winning and going over.
All right, and that concludes our picks for the week. But one thing though, I just want to share someone else's picks because I got a message from them. It is from Marissa, texting from Monterey. I want to say hello. Hopefully,
are we doing long distance Chargers on this?
No.
No, okay.
But hello. Hope you're doing well. Hope you're listening to this as well.
Hope school's going well, Marissa.
Yep, and so for her picks, I'm just going to go a complete rundown, not like go over each game, but, just say who wins in this. So Arizona wins and covers over 52. Niners win and cover over 45. Chargers win and cover under 44.5. Philadelphia wins and covers over 48. Cincinnati wins and covers under 47.5. Tampa Bay wins and covers under 51.5. Buffalo wins. Pittsburgh covers over 48.5. Carolina wins and covers over 44.5. Jacksonville wins and covers under 45. Seattle wins and covers over 50. Denver wins and covers over 42. Rams win. Chicago cover at 46.5. Over 46.5. If I have said of, then I mean over. Then Baltimore wins and covers under 50.5. Thanks, Marissa. Miami wins and covers over 43.5. Green Bay wins and covers over 50. Kansas City wins and covers under 54.5. New York Giants wins and covers under 42. And her view on the Niners, just a quick thing on how she thinks the Niners will do. This is quoting her. I'm pretty confident that the Niners will finish with a better record than last season. They should.
Yeah.
I think they
Not
will
asking
actually
for much there.
I think they will have a winning record based on the fact that they will have healthy pieces such as Boza, Williams, D Ford, and Garoppolo. Garoppolo will be QB1.
Jimmy G?
Yeah, Jimmy G will be QB1 for now, but I believe they will platoon him and Trey Lance at some point, hoping that they can stay healthy. I think the Niners will finish 12-5.
All right, Marissa, nice picks, and good luck with your picks.
Yeah, and also, I'm not going to say go Niners, but hopefully you enjoy watching them. Hopefully they still lose.
You would never say go Niners.
I didn't.
Unless they were playing KC, maybe.
I just hope it's not too miserable.
Yeah.
But they will be a good team, I'm pretty sure.
Oh,
they should get 10 wins easily. But that concludes our episode, I believe. Is there anything else you want to say?
There was a weird thing about, not a weird thing, but Tampa Bay. They are the first team since 1976 where they have the entire offense and defense coming back.
Yeah, that was pretty interesting too. And I think they could be a good team to repeat, although it's the first time that it would happen since 2003 and 4, which was also Tom Brady's team.
What was that other team that came back 2 years in a row with the entire offense and defense?
That was the Oakland Raiders, coached by John Madden, after they won their first Super Bowl. And Steve Mariucci was talking about it on NFL Network, and he just noted that it wasn't really bad that they did that. Of course, it shouldn't be bad if you can keep your championship team. That's what you always want to do. But they dealt with a lot of injuries.
Decimated by injuries.
Yeah, and that's one thing you gotta look out for with Tampa Bay. There's a reason why repeats don't happen as often as they do.
Yeah.
And but I still think Tampa Bay is going to be a really good team.
Yeah, they will be.
Yeah. So that concludes it now.
Yeah.
Hope you guys enjoyed.
Good luck with your picks.
Yep. Good luck with yours as well. I'm really excited about
this
season.
Do you really want me to do good?
I want to do better.
Okay.
But I'm really excited. Of course, fantasy football as well. I'm gonna love screen watching that too. Red Zone.
That's why you got the red zone for fantasy.
It's just really fun too, because it also works for spreads as well. Seeing how each spread is gonna go, and now the over/unders we're gonna have to look at. So it's really entertaining, and just delving more into the world of sports. And also, before I end this, actually, look out for my article. It's gonna come out, I believe, over the weekend. I haven't finished it yet, but I will finish it soon. It is going over how I believe each Raider position group on offense, besides the offensive line, of course, will do in fantasy. And, of course, their defense and kicker as well. But basically just the main positions in fantasy, how I think the Raiders will do in those regards. I'm not going to go over the opponents on how I think they'll do unless it affects them, which would be the defense. But yeah, I'm really excited about writing about that. Hopefully it helps you guys out in fantasy if you have any Raiders on your team. And good night.
Good night.